Whoa man, did I learn a few things. Some things new, some lessons relearned, which basically translate into a kick up the backside. So running 20 kilometres a day for a whole week with a limit of 2 hours, picking some hard terrain and having some logistical issues, well, there's a lot to learn, even after over 20 years of running. So what are those lessons? Not only are they beneficial for myself, but at least one or two of them have got to be beneficial for you if you want to achieve something, if you want to run, if you just want to get more out of life and feel alive. Pain is information, not a limiter. But what does that really mean? Any physical challenge, exercise endeavour, or something that's hard, worthwhile doing, something that gets you towards your limits is going to be hard and it's going to hurt. So we have to accept that pain is part of the experience. And if there was no pain involved, it wouldn't feel as good, it wouldn't be worth it. And it's part of what takes our emotions from high to low and expand that range of feeling alive. What I particularly noticed about this challenge and the pain I was experiencing, mainly in my legs, is in the normal training sessions that I've been doing over the last year or so, is they would have limited me. I took them as a cue that I was probably at the end of what I should be doing. But I achieved that on the first run and then kept going. And in hindsight, it didn't limit me. The pain wasn't a cue to stop. It's just, I felt like I should. So don't let pain be a limiter. Let it be a form of feedback. I can train harder than I thought, and you can too. Backing up 20 kilometres a day after day, wasn't easy, particularly since those runs weren't done at a super easy or comfortable pace. They were run so I would meet the time frames. Some of them had challenging terrain. Others, I had to push the pace to make up for the time that I was running with Cece, because she's not fast enough and doesn't run that far. My normal training makeup doesn't push me that hard. So backing it up day after day proved to me that not only can I handle the workload, but I can train and push myself a lot harder than I thought. So how can you apply this to yourself? Give yourself a challenge that is a bit beyond what you've normally been doing and go for it. You may surprise yourself. And some fitness markers improved along the way, some lowered. So if we look at the first run compared to all the runs afterwards, and particularly the last run, what we'll find is that I lost my top end effort. So the heart rate range for my first run was much wider. I was able to hit higher heart rates going into the about 160, particularly on the harder climbs or faster sections. But I found as the runs went along, I was less able to tap into that higher intensity. And in fact, the heart rate ceiling was quite limited for the most part and gradually came down as the runs went along. What you will find is when you do a challenge, if you're targeting a certain type of exercise, it will benefit certain aspects, but it might drag down, at least in the short term, temporarily, some other aspects of fitness. Ready? And recovery day to day for a physical challenge, well, it's simpler than most people think. So what did I do? Well, I didn't get really stuck into self-massage, massage guns, foam rollers, ice bars, heat, cold, pneumo boots, or anything like that. I kept it basic. It was pretty simple. Eat, and sleep. Challenge yourself. You may be surprised.